The Fox News Tonight Common Sense Department has thoughts on yet another college commencement speech. This one delivered by President Biden at Morehouse College in Atlanta, a traditionally black college. But instead of offering a speech filled with congratulations, good luck, and go get 'em, the president decided the graduates needed a more sober speech, replete with heavy doses of gloom, doom, and racial divide, essentially telling the graduates that democracy does not work for them and their country hates them. Aside from that, Joe Biden pretty much covered the spectrum, telling them they would need to be 10 times better than anyone to get a fair shake. And if they stood in line to vote in Georgia, there would be no water available to them. The president didn't say who exactly was planning to withhold all of this democracy, love, jobs, and water. But common sense thinks if recent history is any indication, it's a good bet that Mr. Biden, the very man who promised to unite the country, is again blaming MAGA Republicans, is again accusing half the country of being haters. It's a good thing the president is a liberal Catholic candidate in D.C. and not a conservative Catholic kicker in Kansas City. Because if Biden was Butker, common sense thinks he'd be kicking for a brand new team in the fall.
Welcome back. Thank good Lord it's a new day. Thank God it's a new day. Thanks for stopping by. So good to see you. You. It's me, WJ on our channel, One Life, Many Seasons. Came across this from Fox News. Again, anyone that knows me know I listen to all the news channels, CNN, MSNBC, Fox News. I get the information. I strip out what I don't like. But this is specifically about Cardi B, the rapper Cardi B, who we all know went all out for Biden in the 2020 elections to rally people around to vote for Biden. But now she says she is totally disappointed. Did not get what she thought she was going to get. So a few stories on here. So we're just going to go right into it. Let's just watch. And specifically, I'm looking out for that part from Cardi B. Let's go.
Let's bring in JL Partners, Polls Director Scarlett McGuire, and Steamboat Institute Fellow Kaylee McGee-White. It's great to have both of you on. Scarlett on set, which is great to see you for the first time. Kaylee, to you first. Bill Maher was on Gutfeld tonight. He was asked about Biden's speech, and he said this.
We're not in the past. I always keep saying, let's live in the year we're living in. We're not living in the year where you have to be 10 times better to succeed if you're a person of color. We're not living in that world that he's talking about. And I don't think that helps anybody.
What do you think, Kaylee? What was your take on the speech this weekend?
Well, I think back to even a couple of administrations ago, to the Obama administration. Do you remember Barack Obama's famous campaign pitch, which was about hope? Think about how far Joe Biden has gotten from that message, which he ran on as vice president. And as Kevin mentioned, this is doom and gloom over and over again. And it's why he's losing minority voters faster than he loses his train of thought, because people don't want a constant message of negativity, and they don't want the constant negativity that accompanies his policies.
Yeah, and she's right. I mean, the numbers here, Scarlett, you look at them because this is Pew Research. Voter preference among black voters 18 to 49. Biden, lean Biden, 68%. Trump, lean Trump, 29%. I mean, you look at this April 13th, those numbers have shifted in President Trump's direction here, and it's got to be very frightening for the Democrats.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that speech made it look like that both Biden and his team were very panicked about this. They're worried about his base falling away, especially in this case, black voters. That margin was 59 points. Now it was 85 points back in 2016. And if you think about where he was giving that speech in Georgia, if black turnout drops by 1% in Georgia, Trump takes the state. So I think they are very worried, and that's why they're acting like this.
Yeah, especially in battleground states. You're exactly right there. So meantime, you have FoxNews.com saying the following here. This is about Cardi B. Under Biden, Cardi B says she felt layers and layers of disappointment from what she sees as domestic and foreign mismanagement. The cost of living is too high, wages are too low, and too little is being done about it, she says. I feel like people got betrayed. Cardi B has some sway in the whole.
I'm going to rewind that so we could kind of hear it again. And again, remember, Cardi B rallied people around for the 2020 election for Biden. So I'm going to just play that again. Watch it and follow it. See exactly what she's saying. And we'll try, and maybe you can, in the comment section, help us establish where the disconnect is. Because this is ongoing constantly, but it doesn't seem like the Biden administration is listening. Let's hear that again.
.com saying the following here. This is about Cardi B. Under Biden, Cardi B says she felt layers and layers of disappointment from what she sees as domestic and foreign mismanagement. The cost of living is too high, wages are too low, and
cost of living is too high, wages are too low. Facts. That's what we're dealing with. No surprises there. So I'm not sure where the disconnect is. When you hear the Biden administration talk about this, they seem to think or say otherwise. The economy is good. We're booming. They need to let us know, are they running the same government that we are in, or are they talking about something else?
And too little is being done about it, she says. I feel like people got betrayed.
I feel like people got betrayed. So says Cardi B. People are not getting what they want, what they expected. Again, this is the strategy of the Democratic Party. To tell people what they want to hear, but don't do what people expect them to do. And they think it's okay because they have supposedly automatic black and colored votes.
Cardi B has some sway, and the whole concept here is, I think Scarlett's right, Kaylee, is that, you move 1 or 2%. It's a bigger number than that now, but you move 1 or 2%, and that is a huge impact.
Yeah, and not that Cardi B is some sage of wisdom, but the sentiment that she's expressing here.
That wasn't very nice. What? All right, let's just pull that back so you hear that yourself.
Impact.
Yeah, and not that Cardi B is some sage of wisdom, but the sentiment that she's expressing here is actually common among all of the demographics that Biden is losing right now, including minority voters, including working class voters, and including my demographic, young adults. And that is because she's right. He has betrayed them. He took them for granted. They turned out for him in 2020 by large margins. And what did he do? He turned around and implemented an agenda that certainly did not benefit them, but it did benefit his donor class, the rich, educated elites in Hollywood and New York City.
Yeah, and while the president was at that speech at Morehouse College, one of the graduate students called for a full ceasefire. And we'll play this sound and watch this because you can see President Biden actually clapping in this. Watch.
To call for an immediate and permanent ceasefire in the Gaza Strip.
I mean, that's the whole thing is that people say, oh, no, we're with Israel, but he wants a ceasefire. There's no talk at all, Scarlett, about bringing those hostages home. And Hamas needs to surrender. It's all about a ceasefire, and everybody needs to drop their thing.
Do you really think Biden knew what was going on there? He looked lost to me. I'm going to just rewind that a second. I don't think he heard what was going on. I don't think his mind was there. I think he's somewhere else. I don't even think he heard what was going on. He was just clapping because he heard other people clapping. That's my assessment. And that seems to be his governing style. Doesn't really know what's going on. I like Biden as a person, but I don't think he's a good leader. Biden, for me, has never come across like a leader. But I'd like to hear what you think. I'd like to hear your comments. I'd like to hear your thoughts. So please drop them in the comments below.
And the permanent ceasefire in the Gaza Strip.
I I mean, that's the whole thing is that people say, oh, no, we're with Israel, but he wants a ceasefire. There's no talk at all, Scarlett, about bringing those hostages home. And Hamas needs to surrender. It's all about a ceasefire, and everybody needs to drop their thing. And Israel's just not going to do it.
Well, no, and this is his worst performing issue. I mean, it's not as if he's doing well on other things either. You know, he's doing terribly on the economy and immigration, but his handling of the conflict with Israel and the Middle East is by far his worst rated performance. I think now what you're seeing is that he's trying to keep both sides happy because he knows he's losing, and he's hurting everyone. No one is happy with how he's doing, and that's why he's doing quite so badly.
Yeah, and I got to go.
True statement. True statement. When you try to please everyone, you please no one. This applies to every area of our lives. You cannot please everybody. Do your best and leave the rest. Biden is trying to please everyone, and no one is pleased.
Okay, but I just want to get your take because Queen really is. She's right. It's like you've got to play both sides. You got to make everybody happy, and that's not really the way elections work.
No, listen, the kids on college campuses who are screaming Genocide Joe at Joe Biden are not going to change their minds about him. And so the fact that he's trying to cater to this ideological fringe is just going to set his campaign up for disappointment come November.
Yeah, Kayla McGee-White, Scarlett, thank you both for coming on. Great to see you.
Yeah. We've seen that. We heard that. Cardi B. She rallied people around in 2020. People came out in masses. Great turnout. For the men they thought was going to turn the whole country around and make it better. But we seem to have gone the other way. Cardi B says, I am disappointed. She feels a sense of betrayal that everyone got betrayed by Biden. Let me know your thoughts. The 2024 elections are fast approaching. We got to do better as a nation. Whomever is fit for the job should do the job. Because, again, we should pray for our leaders, regardless of the fact that we like them or not, whomever they are. Additionally, we should elect the right and fit leaders, because every decision they make would impact you, whether you like them or not. Whomever is elected is not the president of their party. They're the president of the nation. So whether you like them or not, they are the president. Would like to wrap this up at this point. Thanks for stopping by. If you're new here, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll be coming back with more pieces. It's me again, WJ, on our channel, One Life, Many Seasons. You know how we like to wrap this up and close this out on this channel. We'd like to remind ourselves, we remember, we got one life with many seasons. God bless you, and I'll see you soon. You take care now. Bye-bye.